This is WRTV News at 6, streaming now.
The owner of a local granite company has died as she faced complaints in a criminal investigation for not installing headstones after families paid for them. We find out what happens now as many people are left with questions.
The state is moving closer to tracking COVID-19 cases in schools, what you can expect, and the rules in place to protect privacy.
Hiring Hoosiers, more than 1,000 new jobs are available in Central Indiana. We will show you who has open positions and how you can apply.
First at the finish line after 23 years, our Dave First is saying goodbye to WRTV and hello to another job in the fast lane. We look back at Dave's legendary career with us, and he shares his parting words with you. Good Wednesday evening to you, and welcome in to WRTV News at 6. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starantino. First tonight, it's a hot and fairly sunny evening in Central Indiana, but changes are coming. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory breaks it down for us. Kevin.
And thank you, Amanda. Looking forward to looking back at Dave's career coming up. As Mark and Amanda just mentioned, we'll wave the checkered flag, but also the green as he continues his career in Indy. 90 in Terre Haute, way to go. Kept it alive, second day in a row. Some spots have hit 90 degrees in central Indiana. Indianapolis missed it by 1 degree. Clear sky tonight with some patchy fog. Tomorrow you'll notice the difference. Instead of the upper 80s, we'll be likely to just hover around 80. We'll hold off on any rain until we get to the weekend. Notice the system off to the northwest and one to the southeast. We're comfortably in between. Temperature down 2 degrees in the last hour. Indy's at 86 now. We'll talk about how long we have cooler temperatures around and break down your weekend forecast as well. That's all coming up in just a few minutes.
The Greenfield community is in shock after the owner of Greenfield Granite dies just hours before she was scheduled to appear in small claims court. Amy Stroll died by suicide Tuesday morning inside of her Greenfield business. And as a matter of station policy, we do not report on suicides. However, we are in this case for several reasons. WRTV Investigates has been looking into multiple consumer complaints about Stroll and her headstone business. Also, police have been conducting a criminal investigation into the company's business practices. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny was in Greenfield and explains why Stroll's death is leaving customers with new questions.
Greenfield Granite has been a fixture in the Hancock County community for more than a century, but Tuesday it was surrounded with yellow tape. Police responded to the headstone shop just after 9:30 in the morning and found the owner, Amy Stroll, dead at the age of 50. She died by suicide, according to the coroner. Stroll was scheduled to appear just hours later in Hancock County Small Claims Court at 1:30 to answer questions about her business practices.
God bless her family, and I'm sorry they have to go through this. Very sorry. You know, it's very sad.
Bessie Williams filed a small claims lawsuit against Stroll, saying she paid $2,800 for her husband's headstone last fall, but never got it.
And I tried to work with her. You know, I tried so hard to work with her. And every time I got an excuse.
Not sure what to do, Williams showed up for the court hearing Tuesday. The judge set it for another date in October.
I want to get my husband a headstone, you know? This is not fair. No, it's not. It's not fair to anybody.
Last month, WRTV Investigates brought you the stories of half a dozen grieving families wanting headstones or refunds from Greenfield Granite. The company is also under criminal investigation. Greenfield Police is looking into complaints that customers paid for services that were partially finished or never completed. The Hancock County prosecutor says the case is still active. They're working to help customers like Sheila Carson, who paid for her mom's headstone last August. Sheila says she spoke to Amy Stroll on Friday, and Stroll assured her her mom's headstone would be set this week.
I hope we'll be able to somehow, once the investigation's done, get it released and get it set on our own somehow.
Sheila and other customers say they never expected this outcome.
I truly feel sorry for her that she had to end it like this.
Stroll told WRTV on the phone last month that her business had been impacted by the pandemic and that she was working on getting refunds to customers. Stroll created a GoFundMe to try to raise money for Greenfield Granite.
I thought her business may go out of business, but I know she was working to resolve things with people.
Grieving families are shocked and saddened by Stroll's death, and also concerned questions about their own loved ones' headstones may never be answered. Working for you, Kara Kenny, WRTV.
Well, we reached out to an attorney for Stroll, and we are still waiting to hear back. Greenfield Police just released this statement late this afternoon, quote, "The investigation into Greenfield Granite cases will continue, and we received approximately 12 new cases just today since the news of the death investigation. We are working with the Attorney General's office and will conduct a thorough investigation into these cases. We are asking anyone who feels they have been victimized by the business to contact the Greenfield Police Department to file a report," end quote. An investigation is underway after a body was found in the White River on the south side of Indianapolis this afternoon. IMPD says the discovery happened near Southwest Street and West Raymond Street. The identity of the person pulled from the water has not been released, and neither has the circumstances surrounding the death.
The state is one step closer to having a comprehensive dashboard to track COVID-19 cases in schools. In a press conference today, State Health Commissioner Dr. Christina Bach said they are testing an electronic reporting system right now. She says when complete, the dashboard will show not only which districts have positive cases, but you will be able to track them down to the specific school. She says no identities or specific ages will be available for privacy reasons. She hopes this helps local school leaders make the best decisions for their community when it comes to e-learning.
We've been asked to provide this information. We've heard it from parents, we've heard it from schools, and we've heard it from other stakeholders, all asking for the information to be public. The purpose is to help all of us make the best decisions possible as we navigate this pandemic.
She says reporting this information will not be a mandate for schools. Instead, she is calling it a strong request. If schools don't comply, the state might look at making it a requirement. And tonight, the Indiana State Department of Health reports 720 additional cases of COVID-19. A total so far of 101,485 Hoosiers have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. The state also confirms 17 additional deaths. 3,173 people in Indiana have died with COVID-19 since March. 1,158,018 Hoosiers have been tested for the coronavirus. 8.8% of them tested positive for COVID-19. And data from the State Department of Health also shows that 43% of Indiana's ICU beds are available. COVID-19 patients are using about 10% of the ICU beds. Non-COVID-19 patients are using around 47% of the beds. About 82% of the state's ventilators are also available.
Hiring Hoosiers tonight. We may be in the middle of a pandemic, but we are finding out about more than 1,000 new jobs coming to Central Indiana, and you can already start applying. WRTV's Alyssa Donovan explains how to score one of these gigs.
There are thousands of Hoosiers who are unemployed right now. And if you're one of them, it doesn't have to stay that way. There are several companies looking to hire you right now.
Milwaukee Tool is coming to Greenwood, opening a facility on South Tech Drive. The company plans to hire more than 450 people for the new location over the next 5 years. And in Greenfield, Amazon is hiring for its new fulfillment center. They'll need to fill more than 800 full-time positions. Starting pay with the company is $15 an hour. Kroger is also hiring. They held a hiring fair today and have another one scheduled for next Wednesday. The grocery chain has 150 positions open in several different capacities, including in-store shopping. With grocery pickup options becoming increasingly more popular, Kroger needs more people to assist with fulfilling these orders in the stores.
We would love to talk to people who are laid off or furloughed right now, people who are looking for a temporary job, but also people who are looking for a full-time permanent job. Many of our associates, myself included, started coming for a job and they've stayed for a career. So we would love to talk to people that just want a job, and we'll see if we can turn it into a career for you.
The positions for Kroger are mostly located at stores on the north side of Indy.
For more details on these jobs and how to apply, you can visit our website, WRTV.com or hiringhoosiers.com. I'm Alyssa Donovan, WRTV.
Learn more about all the jobs we've mentioned as well as other opportunities on hiringhoosiers.com and on the Hiring Hoosiers Facebook page as well.
Dramatically cooler temperatures sit just to our west, but I'll talk about our more modest cool down coming up.
He's been on your TV for more than 2 decades, delivering some of WRTV's most memorable sports stories that you couldn't find anywhere else. It is Dave First's last day with us. We look back at his career and what he wants to say to you tonight.
Well, one of my awesome responsibilities over Dave's career, over 23 years, with weather being before sports, was to stay in my lane, stay on time, make sure that he had his time, because just like you, when the weather was over, I was a viewer as well, loved all his stories. We'll hear more about that in just a little bit. Temperature tomorrow, noticeably cooler, not dramatically cooler. We'll still be around 80 degrees. I think Friday humidity goes down, makes it a more enjoyable day overall. And over the weekend, Saturday, temperatures spike a little bit. We're back to 84. With that, a touch more humidity, slight chance of thunderstorms. That's really our next best chance for rain. It's not a great chance, but we'll take it because early next week, lots of sunshine again. Temperatures during the day tomorrow with some patchy fog first thing in the morning will work their way to 76 at noon. Afternoon temperatures optimistically may hit 81 or 82, but I think in most areas because of this, a northeast wind will stay below average. There's your wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll call that breezy. That pushes the warm, humid air to the south, opens the door to more comfortable conditions through Friday. Friday is actually the coolest day this work week with highs staying in the upper 70s. Transition day is tomorrow. Temperatures Bloomington, Bedford, Seymour, Columbus, a little warmer. And then as you go to the north, temperatures cooler, mid-70s in Peru. Areas toward lower Michigan, cooler than that. Friday will end the work week with highs in the 70s. More clouds in the morning Friday, more sunshine in the afternoon. There's the cloud cover without precipitation. Right now we'll call it dry as we cool off. There are high temperatures from north to south to end the work week, mid-70s north of Indy, right along Interstate 70. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, and we may touch 80 in a few spots to the south. There's your chance of thunderstorms over the weekend, primarily Saturday and Saturday night. I think we'll stay dry on Sunday. At least the chance of rain is just about 20%. Monday and Tuesday, it's all sunshine all the time. And temperatures, they'll be in the 50s during the morning hours with the most comfortable morning on Tuesday. I yield my time to Dave's story.
Well, Dave First has always been a sports fan first.
He sure has, but today marks his last day with us here at WRTV as he moves to another dream job as Vice President of Communications for IndyCar.
And it's Dave's eye on the humanity and hopes of those in competition that has brought us to the biggest moments in Indiana sports.
Well, before the game, you would have thought it was French Lick, Indiana, not Dayton, Ohio. A standing O for Larry Legend.
Dave First made his debut on WRTV in 1997.
33%. I got your 33%.
Taking us on a journey with the people who bring arenas and athletic fields to life.
When I was at IU, I went through the journalism department, and it was kind of a news junkie. And I was the only guy in the fraternity at IU that at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock would go up to the room and flip on Channel 6 News. It was something about the presentation, and I'm like, I would love to be a part of that someday. And luckily enough, 20 years later, here I am. Did you see the game yesterday?
Over 2 decades, Dave covered everything.
This is very strange and very unique. Have you ever done this before, live TV, while you're driving a pace car around Speedway?
From auto racing.
Look at all these stars, all representing their 16 world championships here in L.A.
Basketball.
A couple more takeaways from this game.
Football, both professional and amateur.
Not only is this a sectional championship game, but apparently it's also a head game.
From stadium highlights to Friday night flylights.
The Red Devils are ranked 7th in Class 6A this week, hosting.
The great thing about working in Indianapolis is eventually they all come through this city. And when I was younger, the opportunity to talk to Michael Jordan was just unbelievable. Jordan to me, and Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, all these guys coming through town, eventually you all spoke to them. But also, growing up as a fan of the Indianapolis 500, I never had an opportunity as a kid to go into the garage area.
There he is.
What's up?
What's up, champ?
Oh, you know, nice car.
Winery. Let's go.
Now, here I am 20 years later at Channel 6, and I've got, you know, on my cell phone, I've got A.J. Foyt, I got Bobby Unser, I got Mario Andretti, I got this. A 15-year-old me would have not believed what's in my cell phone now.
The multiple Emmy Award-winning broadcaster made connections with an elite group of sports figures.
Want me to come down to his level?
Among them, Tony Kanaan, Roger Penske, Tony Dungy, Victor Oladipo.
Dave, how we doing? Good to see you again, man.
And race car owner Dave Letterman, just to name a few. Like the late-night comic,
Well, there are ice issues here as well in my lemonade.
our Dave is also quick and witty.
You may have seen this. This is ESPN's Hannah Storm, who's always a pro, completely caught off guard when she's on camera and the makeup person's still doing their thing. Obviously, she wasn't pleased. Here's my promise all along. An oversight like that will never be a big deal in the RTV6 sports office at all. I mean, if anything else, you really have to rise up. Right, you missed it right here. Please, thank you. You really got to rise above these sorts of things. And
Over the years, the gifted sports guy gave us endless reasons to smile.
The grass here at Whiteland, it's real. It is spectacular.
Like when the Colts played on Monday Night Football.
Ready? So when I point you, you start. Ready? Here we go. Ready, and go.
Dun dun dun.
No.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
In the first place, and welcome to my little world.
Day first, the ultimate sports fan.
This is about the dads who take their sons to games and the daughters who wonder why dad keeps yelling at the TV. And those
Better known by his team for being dad and loving his family.
So, this is it. And I've been trying to come up with a way that best looks back at 23 years, and I've come up with this. Mic flags. These are the little cubes or triangles that fit on top of the microphone that you see reporters use each and every day. Obviously, I've seen my fair share, but never used this one. This is the way I will always remember Channel 6 and an opportunity to work with Ed Sorensen.
I'm not going to debate things with you damn people from television. You know, you want an answer from me, you get the answer. You don't like an answer, then don't use program, okay?
And you got to cover Bob Knight and the Hoosiers, and I was cool with that. In fact, my first time on Channel 6, it was this clip when I was in college at IU. That's me. Wonder what ever happened to that V-neck sweater.
6 or 7 years.
10 years later, there I am, hired by Ed and ready to go. And 8 months into it, get to cover the Pacers and Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. The last dance, as ESPN called it in the spring.
The Pacers played very well in the first half. But then again, Michael Jordan only had 6 points.
Was that a goatee and a monochromatic tie? Yes, it was. We were off and running, a span that included the Peyton Manning era, start to finish.
These fans, Dave, I mean, you were here to watch this town transform into a football town.
We'll never forget being in the Colts locker room after Super Bowl 41, asked by Tony Dungy to stay in the locker room for the post-game prayer. Who does that? What an incredible moment. There were the serious and the tragic moments, and also the gags and bits, and I mean, you just don't have time or the luxury to do that stuff anymore.
The biggest question I want is ABC treating you okay?
You guys are the unsung heroes up here.
First and foremost, that's my line.
Bad luck. Better luck next time.
So every Sunday, sooner or later, it comes down to luck in the NFL.
Sorry, can I interrupt you just for a sorry?
No, I had a thing going.
You must use 1,000,000 of these luck puns.
There's potluck. Only used in Denver.
Back from the future, 1984, Trackside 6 analyst Derek Daly joins us. Derek, it's great to have you here today.
Pleasure to be here, David.
And of course, there's our friend Tony Kanaan, our driver analyst for an unprecedented 12 years. And when he won the 500 in 2013, there literally wasn't a dry eye in the house, ours included. The thing I tell buddies from around the country about Indianapolis, it's the best sports market, period. There is always something going on in an area that treats high school sports as big as the pros. As for night, it was a day for night. When he finally returned to Assembly Hall, Gene Cady was there. It was a fantastic atmosphere. Early February, and one of the most memorable scenes in sports in this bizarre year of 2020. Ultimately, the goal was to get everyone in Central Indiana that proverbial front row seat to sports. The good, the bad, the ugly, you saw it all. And we'll continue to see it all on WRTV. And barely a day went by when I didn't think about being a steward of a sports office once run by the legendary Tom Carnegie. I like to think TC would be proud of the accomplishments over the years. The beauty of it is there's still social media, so keep the tweets coming, Instagram, Facebook, we'll still do it all. And literally and figuratively, I'm not going very far. Just down West 16th Street, joining another great group. And really, WRTV's first love decades ago in racing. So can't wait to see all of you at an IndyCar race and certainly the Indy 500 next year. My sincere thanks as well to the staff and management at WRTV and to you for inviting me into your home for all these years. It was never taken lightly. Thank you. The News at 6 continues after this.
Today was our second day in a row where temperatures were close to 90. The change tomorrow, close to 80 for the high with a mixture of clouds and sunshine and a nice little breeze. Friday will end the work week with the coolest temperature of 78. Then as we step into the weekend, we'll warm up just a little bit. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Good luck to Dave first. Amanda?
Good luck from all of us to Dave, and thanks for joining us. We'll be back at 7.